Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Cat Lady. My name is Andrea, also known as The Cat Lady. Still got my buddy in here. It is close to decoration time. It is also close to Vlogtober time, and I don't know what I'm doing yet because I don't know what I'm doing with anything. Anyways, I'm Andrea, also known as The Cat Lady. It's 2TCATT, which stands for Craft All the Things. I am a fiber-related / life channel. Lately, there's been a lot less crafting, more just talking about my life, but I'm here just to share my experience with the fiber arts and other arts and craftsy things, as well as just being a mom of two, just owner of cats, all sorts of random things. Anywho, if you are new, thank you for tuning in. Like I said, the crafts have been a little on the lower side lately, so if you're here and just watching me ramble, that's kind of what I've been doing lately, but I usually like to talk about all my crafts. So I knit, I crochet, I spin, I have a Cricut and do Cricut crafts and circular sock machine that I haven't touched, AliExpress machines that I haven't touched, lots of things there's too many things. Crafting all the things is very hard because there is only so much time. But anywho, you can follow me on social media as The Cat Lady on Instagram, Facebook. I have a Discord server for chatting. I'll just Google The Cat Lady and things will come up. I have a website that eventually, maybe someday, will have hand-dyed yarn on it. I did have a small 2-year stint of dyeing yarn, which I highly enjoyed. I am getting close to 2,000 subscribers as well. I have not looked at my numbers, but it was like 1,900 something. So if I get to 2,000, I will try my darndest to carve out some time to do another yarn dyeing giveaway, because that was fun for 1,000. So I would love to do that again. So, and if you are a maker and have any bags or stitch markers or anything that I could put together in a little collection for a prize, that would be great. Typically US only. I don't like to ship internationally, so I apologize. So just keep that in mind. And I will host a giveaway on YouTube here. There will be a comment prompt below. Draw a winner from that. It went pretty smoothly last time. Yeah, so that's that. That's my little spiel. I think that is all the stuff. So I usually record in snippets, not always, but I try to record little bits and pieces throughout the week because I will tend to forget things if I don't. So I will show what I'm working on. You'll see how I progress. Sometimes I'm repetitive, so yada, yada, yada. I try not to, but I am. Everything I talk about will be listed down below. I will link things that I talk about, places, websites, whatever. I use Ravelry, so I try to keep everything up to date on Ravelry. I have sort of updated my Ravelry, so everything should be on there now. I tend to miss things here and there, but for the most part, I personally like to keep everything on Ravelry, so I have all my notes on what I do. So I currently have a lot of whips that are just languishing, and so be it. But if you recall, I had I'm going to grab it actually, because I think it's right here. I was working on the Triagonal Shawl, I believe it was called, by Amba O'Brien. I don't even know what I did with the pattern. I have maybe I was just working on it. Maybe I never printed it out. So it was the Triagonal Shawl by Amba O'Brien, and I was working on it with some hand-dyed yarn. This was one of the only gradients I made out of a sock blank. I've made a couple, but... So I made this, and it was a mistake. Like, I accidentally burnt it. So a star part of the yarn singed off. So I kept this one for myself. And I still like it. It's called Summer Fun. So it goes from this bright orange to a pink to a purple, and I do enjoy this. And I was kind of enjoying the shawl, but you have to kind of know when to stop your increases and then start decreases, and I was trying to figure it out so I could use the whole thing, and it was just getting kind of complicated, and I kept screwing up on the center spine, and I think my stitch count is off, and I didn't make it very far, so I think it's time to frog. So I'm going to frog this officially, which I had mentioned before, because I think it's been sitting for a couple months. And I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to take this and put it into my circular sock machine. I have a True Knit circular sock machine, which I'm dying to use. But again, I just haven't had the time to really sit down. I'm still figuring it out. Circular sock machines are very difficult. I kind of had a feel of my Earlbach or Spitzer, but I decided to kind of upgrade to this newer version, newer company, and kind of a better overall machine. But I just haven't figured out my style, my gauge, everything on it yet. So it's like starting from scratch. And then I haven't made socks in forever, so it's just starting from absolute scratch. But I think I want to just crank this all into a tube and see how long it is, and then determine how many rows I need for a sock at some point, and make a pair of gradient socks. So like one pair of socks would be orange and pink, and the other pair would be pink and purple, essentially. Most likely. I would probably get, yeah, I want to see how long of a tube I get, because I'm fine with like higher socks. I really actually like, you know, it's not going to get me knee-high socks, but it'll give me like maybe midway through my calf. And I guess I got to determine if it will fit, because I might have to adjust the tension, which again will get complicated, but for now I want to make a long tube of this and see where we're at. Well, yeah, I was gonna say I could like then cut in the toes and the heels and do it that way, but I'm not sure about that, number one. And number two, I feel like I'm gonna have a lot. I feel like it's gonna be a long tube, and I'm probably gonna I could make 2 pairs of socks. I don't know, but first things first, first step, get familiar with my machine again, crank this into a tube, and see where we are. So, first things first is to frog this. So this will be removed from existence. Okay, second thing, I am working on something. I mentioned in the last episode that I wanted to do a muscle burrow by Soul to Teague, but I'm not doing a muscle burrow. I don't necessarily like the idea of the fiddly pinhole cast on or whatever it is. I don't love the idea of a top-down hat. I've done it before a long time ago, but I don't know. But I also don't love the idea of a provisional cast on, because that is the other way to make, because you're basically making 2 hats from this point on. From the brim, you're making a hat, and then you're making another hat, and then you're folding it into itself. It's a big tube with crowns, head crowns on each end. I went to Ravelry, I looked at a bunch of patterns. There's a ton of patterns for the same concept of hat. A lot of them use provisional cast on, and the other ones use the top down type thing. So you do top down, you stop where you need to stop for the first hat, and then you continue and make a hat like you normally would with the regular decreases. This one is a little different. You do a generic, just regular long tail cast on, and then you come back and then you just pick up stitches from the ridge. So I'm intrigued. So it is going to leave like this one little ridge, which in the photos looked actually nice. It was just like a little decorative ridge almost. And it only shows if you're wearing the hat the one way. Like the pattern's called the Vagabond, I think. I don't even have it printed out because I'm kind of like doing my own thing using that pattern as a guide. I'm using the numbers and the needles that I use for my Barley Light, because I like my Barley Light, which is a tin, or it's actually called Barley Sock now, which is a tin can knits pattern. I have a bazillion of them. I really don't need another hat either, but I don't know, I'm just doing it. So I'm using the numbers from the Barley Sock hat and the needles. So it's a size 4 cast on 120 stitches, which is for the like medium adult hat. And then I'm just gonna go until 7 to 8 inches before I do my decreases. I might even just do the decreases. I'm probably gonna do the decreases of the Barley. I'm probably just doing the Barley essentially without the decorative purl section, just for the numbers, all stockinette. And then I'm going to come back and pick up the stitches. Now again, the original pattern, you're supposed to use 2 colors. So it's supposed to be easier to pick up that first row because you're using a contrast color. I am not using a contrast color, so I'm hoping, I feel like the stitches are pretty easy to see. I marked my first and last stitch because of course those are always the hardest to figure out. So I'll know where to start and I'll know where to end, and I'll make sure I have 120 stitches. But I can see where the first purl bump is here. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Like I can't really, let's see. It's hard, it's still kind of hard to tell if I'm picking up. Okay, so I think I might have marked the first stitch a little bit strangely, maybe. Let me see. I do a lot of investigating as we go here, but I think I'll be able to figure it out. I almost wonder if I picked up the wrong, or I don't know. The first and last stitch are going to be the hardest, but once I get started, you just go, and then you make another hat. So I'm making 2 hats into 1 hat. And then I'll be left with this one little ridge, which I think will look fine. And again, I don't need to show it because it can be folded up into the hat. And I'm hoping just to use this one skein of yarn. And this is, what did I do with, oh, I left the tag somewhere. This is no, still Uruguay Allegria. I'm totally guessing. Okay. Sorry, I keep getting up, but I see the tag is right here. Oh, look at that. Menace del Uruguay Allegria. And it is the Rambla Sur colorway. I want to say I bought this from Amy, the happy little yarn, as a D-stash, because I don't believe I picked out this one. So, but it's a very pretty, just lots of beiges and lavenders. I was trying to find a variegated color that wasn't gonna maybe do some weird flashing, and I feel like this won't. We shall see, time will tell, but I figure there's gonna be two sides. One side's bound to look better than the other one, and I'm gonna be okay with it. And again, I just want it slouchy, and that's what we're gonna do. So that is what I'm working on. This kind of, I think this is gonna be just like, that's all I'm gonna work on for a little while. So again, I try to do these weekly episodes, but I'm always showing the same things. So I do worry, but maybe if I do Vlogtober, you can just then follow me as I am losing my mind every day. So yeah, on to life stuff for up to now, I guess. Last I recorded was Friday. What happened this weekend? Saturday, Emily had practice. Oh, Saturday we went to robotics. Emily had band practice. I think that was it. And then Sunday, we were all exhausted. I was supposed to take Emily homecoming dress shopping. We both decided we'd rather sleep in. I ended up ordering a couple on Amazon. She tried them on. She liked both of them actually, but I think we decided on the second one. It's kind of got like a halter top. It's blue. It's really pretty. So we got that. I ordered her some shoes because that's the next thing. She has no idea how to walk in heels, so that's going to be a problem. We're working on that. And they're just a little heel, but she's not a heel kind of gal, so she's kind of just like very stiff. So we'll see if she wears those. But they're like kind of little sandals, but and then we need to go get some jewelry and stuff. But yeah, we're getting set up for that. That's not until next month, so but it's coming up quick. Everything's coming up quick. So that was Sunday, and then Jim and I had a memorial service to go to for my friend's husband's mother, so that was we did that. And then Monday, so I think I said today was Wednesday. I don't know if I did. Today's Wednesday. On Monday, it was the actual funeral, so I went. So Jim went to work, and then I went to the funeral and the luncheon. It was very nice setup, a very nice luncheon. But I started to feel kind of just like bleh on Sunday, so like I was just like sinusy and stuff. So I loaded up on Sudafed that morning, Monday morning, and went to luncheon. But I came home, I was pretty tired. But Monday night, guess what? I had a concert. Vampire Weekend. I went with my friend Kelly, who I know from college, and I don't see her enough because she doesn't live super close. She's like an hour and a half away. But she drove down here to go to the show with me on a Monday night. Mind you, is the worst night ever for a concert. Well, maybe not. One of the worst nights ever. Any day that's not Friday or Saturday is a crappy night for a concert when you're old and have things to do. But we had a blast. It was so much fun. I'm really glad I went. I was kind of like hemming and hawing, like, oh, should I just sell the tickets and not go? But very glad I went. This was like one of my bucket list bands. I really like Vampire Weekend. I've liked them for a long time. So I had a really good time. They have a really good show. It was at Meadowbrook Theater, which is in Rochester Hills, Michigan. I'm in Michigan. And it's a kind of smaller venue. So we had seats, and it was nice. It was cool. Weather was nice. It was like rainy a little bit early in the day, so I was like, oh great, it's gonna rain, because it's a pavilion, but we were like in the uncovered area, so if it were to rain, we would have got wet. But it was so fun. It was fun. So got home late, and then I woke up yesterday and got the kids to school and then went back to bed. I was just so tired. So yesterday was a recover day. So yesterday was just nothing. I didn't do anything. I barely got dressed until we had to leave for an award ceremony for Emily last night. So she got honor roll thing for her 8th grade year. So we went that, and then we got ice cream, and then we went to bed. So here we are. It's Wednesday. I'm getting things done. I'm straightening up the house. I got to run errands. I figured I'd sit down and chat for a minute, but I cast this on yesterday. I figured I took it with me to the award ceremony. I did, obviously I didn't get very far. I only got a couple rows done, but I think this will be good to just car knit, travel with, something mindless. I don't have to think about it. I only have to like think about it when I need to measure it, which I should put a tape measure in there. So that's that. In last bit of news this morning, I got another little present from my husband. If you follow me, you know my husband likes to leave me little surprises occasionally. And this morning I got the cats and coffee pin, so you can't get much better than that. So it looks like the little Starbucks logo, but it's got a cat and my two of my favorite things, cats and coffee. So I enjoyed that. I did pull up. Oh, what did I do with that? I don't know. This room is so bad. This room is so bad. I just really want to sit in here and clean this room. So, but that's all I have for today. I managed to ramble for 15 minutes, so here we go. So I will have a somewhat normal length episode probably. So I will be back one more time this week for a wrap up. We'll see how far I got in my hat. We'll see if I stick with that and only cast that on. We'll see what comes next. So I will talk to you in the next clip. Hey guys, it's Friday and I'm hoping my phone doesn't die because it is currently plugged in, but I have it's Jim's old phone and the charger doesn't work anymore. That's why he got a new phone. So you have to wiggle the cord for the charge, but then sometimes it will stop. So here we go. So it's Friday and I have a couple things to talk about. So I finally went back to Michael's to do my return. So I had bought some shirts a couple weeks ago to make David his Braggle shirts, and he wanted a blue one, and of course the blue one was long sleeve instead of short sleeve, so I took it back. But also I noticed in my email that I had $15 worth of vouchers credits for Michael's, and I don't even exactly know how. Obviously I had been to Michael's a few times and spent money and whatever, and you know, you like accrue points and stuff, but like I don't remember putting my phone number or like linking it to my account. But I did, because then I had $15. I had 3 $5 vouchers to use. So I'm like, well, that's cool. So I returned the shirt, or exchanged the shirt. So I got a blue shirt, and then I thought I'd get him one more shirt because I'm not sure if I like the orange one. I'm going to keep the orange one because I'll use it for something else if I don't use it for Braggle. But I figured the burgundy would be better for Braggle. So I have 2 more Braggle shirts to make. If you don't know what a Braggle is, go back. Talk about it later, or talk about it in a different video. So those are done. But since I had $15 pretty much free to spend, I'm like, well, I want to get something I haven't done in a while. Something just different, you know. So if you have followed me for a while, you know I do these diamond art, the diamond dots, whatever things. And apparently Michael's has their own little brand of them called Make Market. So that was the first time I saw these, but this was so cute. It's a rainbow kitty and it was $15. So pretty much I got this for free. So after she checked out, I had paid for the shirts and that's it. So I got a rainbow kitty and it's 8x8. So it's not too big or anything. I do want to do some bigger ones, but 8x8. So roughly the size of a sheet of paper, square. I can put it in I don't know what kind of frame it'll go in yet, but I figured I'd put it in this room somewhere, but I thought that was really pretty. So these are fun. I really like doing these. So I'm kind of sick of doing Christmas ones because I think I just need 2. Well, I was going to let David try the Santa one to see if he maybe liked doing the diamond art. And because I had a whole set of Christmas ones that someone gave me for free because I guess they bought them and then didn't want them. So I did all of them and I had framed them to hang, which I think I did at the beginning of this year. So I still haven't been able to hang them for Christmas. But they're like snowmen and like, yeah, I think they were all kind of snowman themed. But there was one left that was like just a Santa face. And I'm like, nah, I don't know. It's just not appealing. Not as exciting. So the snowman ones were super cute. So, and they all kind of go together, sort of. 3 of them kind of match. And then there's one oddball one where it's like a truck. But there's a snowman in the back of the truck. So it still kind of fits the theme. But I want David to try these. I thought maybe this is something he might like, but I didn't want him to try on one that I was like really into. So I think I'll let him try the Santa, and I don't have any more. That was the last one. So now I have one that I want to do, and it's super pretty and colorful. So this will be fun. So I got that. So there's that. And then the only other thing I have to show you today is the progress I've made on my hat, which, you know, it's slow. It's fingering weight, and I haven't had a lot of time, but know, it's coming along. And this is going to be a double layered hat. So essentially, and I did look over the instructions again. It's the Vagabond hat. I will link it below. It was a free pattern on Ravelry. Similar style-esque to Musselburgh, which is a very popular double brim. If you go look at, or not double brim, double layer. If you go look at any double layer hat, there's a million of them. So, I mean, you can, and there's different ways to do them. This one was unique because, well, A, it was free. I like free patterns. B, you don't really do provisional cast. You just cast on like normal, and then you just pick up the stitches. So you're left with this little ridge. So at the end, there'll be this little ridge here, but it's going to be folded in. So it's either going to be, either it's a decorative little edge that you have this little, I thought it looked cute, or it's folded in on the other side. Like the way it's set up, it's like right on the edge. Honestly, if I added one extra row on one side, then it will be tucked in. So it doesn't bother me. But yeah, so I looked at how to do it again. And so yeah, basically with the side facing you, you just pick up, I'm going to need a magnifying glass. You pick up that little pearl bump, which I can see just fine. So you're supposed to do it in contrast color because it's supposed to be like a 2-color hat, but I didn't want it 2 colors, so I have to kind of, you know, carefully pick up the pearl bumps, but I feel like I can see them just fine. And I know my stitch count, and I marked the first and the last stitch, so stay tuned. If I'm cursing my way, picking up stitches and coming up short, I might just fiddle my way through. But this is the Manastel Uruguay yarn, and it's kind of striping. So, you know, I mentioned trying to do something that was variegated just for, I didn't want to do like self-striping, and this isn't self-striping, but the way it's working up, it's definitely striping in terms of it's got this little white or cream section with the pops of purple, and then it's got the like creamy beige browns stripe. So I don't know. I still like it. It's going to look fun. I know once I get to the decreases, it's going to start doing weird things possibly. Possibly not, because that's pretty like there's like a decent amount of rows there, and it's consistently, I don't know, yarn gets weird. So, yeah. And I'm using size 4s, and it's the small Chalgu circular, so it's the, can't remember the size of the cords. Oh, it's the 4-inch needle tips. 4-inch needle tips, it's like 16-inch cord, but so it makes for a smaller circumference, and so I don't have the magic loop. You just keep going around until I get to the decreases where I will then switch to double pointed needles. I'm using my little needle stoppers I got from Amy a little while ago, so those are perfect, and they are living in my little fall themed bag I got from the Reluctant Knitter's sister Sarah, who was also part of the Reluctant Sisters podcast at one time. So she sews, made a really nice bag I got from Rhinebeck when I saw her last year. So it's appropriate season to use this bag now, even though I've been using it all year. So it's a nice bag. So that's it. It's Friday. It's 1 o'clock. Oh boy, the day. It's already 1:15. Like the kids get out of school at 2:30-ish. So it's like I got an hour. And we have a football game. We have band stuff tomorrow. And again, once again, it's another crazy weekend. So I think I'm going to bring this. I'm going to try to bring this tonight. I didn't bring it to the game last time because I just wasn't sure what I was doing. I think I'm going to try to bring it tonight. And so I can work on it. And then, yeah, that's it. Tomorrow's, I'll be busy all day. So, I won't be able to get to anything probably. And then Sunday we have a concert. Oh my God. Sunday is 21 Pilots. Oh yeah. I'm so excited, and I'm so not happy that it's Sunday. So yeah, Monday's going to be something else. So stay tuned next week for how everything went. So sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry. I don't know what's going on here. So I'm just going to say goodbye. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I hope everyone has a great week, and I will hopefully be posting. Oh, next week is Vlogtober. Oh my gosh. So, I mean, I don't know. I might be either just posting a video on Friday or I'm posting Vlogtober. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I really kind of want to do Vlogtober, but then at the same time, like, I don't know if I can. I said the same thing last year. I think I was like, I don't know if I can keep up with it, but we'll see. So if you have any preferences. If you feel like I'm better off just doing my normal show every week, or if I should try to do Vlogtober, comment down below. Let me know. I'd love to hear your opinions. So thanks everyone for watching, and I will talk to you at some point, somewhere, somehow. I hope you get to craft all the things.